option two, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. This one's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They'll move the wide receiver. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And wings it incomplete.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown time! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Durham. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well-earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. There he goes. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Quick strike complete. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Snagged out of the air. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Yep. The ball's free. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He caught it. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
Wide receiver comes in motion. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And they'll try to tack on two. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to throw again. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, going to the air. That's caught. It's Brown. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, I defensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him! And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Back to pass on second down. Now improvising. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Looking for a deep man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. Basic connection. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They're dealing with a second and long. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too, because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him, and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Tigers!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll go to the air. Working that left side now. He'll be stopped short, and the two-point try goes awry, and this lead remains at 1. He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Simpson. On the run, still looking. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. They'll move the wide receiver. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's going for it all. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way somehow to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Caught in the backfield. It's Cuevas. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Hey, that's a live ball.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from their own 20. Leaves it with the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy.
Going for the big play. Caught at the 25. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Trying to run, it's Miller. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another one.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They just keep firing. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Sharp. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Making side adjustments here. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed on the outside, it's Sharp. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, he's a matchup nightmare because of his size and his speed. It's so difficult for defenses to defend this guy. Nice job there working the post route. Really accurate throw, and it ends up being a touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Running to Green. And the ball's on the ground. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Quick pass on the fly motion. Creates a little space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Had to get rid of it quickly.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They've converted every time on fourth down. 3 for 3 so far. They'll go for 4. Motion from the wide receiver. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pocket breaking down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To throw, it's Nussmeier. The short hands, it's Brown. there to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown LSU! They move on top here in the fourth. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Looking to convert the two, and he will not. The defense gets to him with the sack. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Looking to take a shot. It's complete. Touchdown time. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. He's got it, had just enough room on the sideline to get the two. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Durham. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Great job by the defense here, rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. Wide open space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. The extra point here would tie the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Scrambling away. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Trying to get rid of it. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And they decided to go for it. They decided to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is what you dream of, isn't it? Waning seconds, football in your hands, a chance to etch your name, and touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Love the play call, love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and they now lead by 8.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. And I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you've still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
He's taking a deep shot. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
Man, that hurts. If you're the offensive coordinator, you need to come up with a completion or a first down. The quarterback had all day to throw that football. He had well over 6 seconds to throw that thing from the pocket. Incredible job in pass pro. Somebody's got to get open, but the quarterback has got to be more accurate when you've got that much time. Incomplete now sets up fourth down.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
What a big play in the fourth quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback making the pass, getting the first down.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. A full